In today's video, we'll be hacking GreenSock Ease Curves to generate weighted values. And in this example here, I have a 70% chance of getting a smallish circle and a 30% chance of getting a largish one, all right? In this next demo, every time I click, I'm going to get a circle that is progressively larger. There's not going to be much change at the beginning here due to the ease curve I'm using, but you'll see now that they are starting to get big, and then they're going to get quite big, all right? So I'm going to use this ease curve here of the power 4 ease in ease to generate random values that are weighted towards being small, okay? And what that means is if I pick a random value along the x-axis here, all the way out to about 0.7, you're going to see that the corresponding y values are very small. They're close to 0 and definitely less than 2. So this shows us that there's basically a 70% chance that when I pick a random x value, I'm going to get a y value that's relatively small. It's not until I get to this meaty part of the curve here around 8 or 9 or 1 that the y values get very big. So the trick is, how do we convert an x value to its corresponding y value on this curve? So let's say I pick a random number like 0.8 and I want to know what the corresponding y value is here. I can eye it out and be something like, 1, 2, 3.3 maybe, but I want to get that programmatically. Well, the good news is I can open up my browser console window here, and every ease curve in GSAP is a function. So check this out. I can write power4.ease in, and I can pass in 0.8 and check it out. I get 0.327, all right? So passing in any number less than 1 into an ease curve is going to give us the corresponding y value. So here we're going to hack a GreenSock ease curve to get a randomly weighted value. In this demo here, whenever I click, I generate a circle and all of them are exactly the same size, okay? The code here is fairly straightforward. On each click, we're going to call create circle. We're going to create a new div, give it a class of circle, append it to the body, and then use a GSAP set to place it wherever I click, and the x% y% make sure it's centered around where I click. Now, if we want to do that randomly weighted scale, what I'm going to do is add a scale property, and I'm going to use that power4.ease in curve and pass in math.random. Now remember, math.random is going to be a value between 0 and 1, and this function is going to return a value between 0 and 1, which means that when I run this, when I click, my circles are going to be so small that I can't even see them most of the time, all right? So the trick here is that I'm going to take this value and I'm going to multiply it by 10. So now I'm going to generate a random value, parse it on that ease curve, and multiply it by 10, and we'll get values between 0 and 10, weighted towards the small size. And I am clicking now, but you'll still see that some of these circles are quite small, and we can't even see them. So the trick here is that I'm going to take this entire value here that I generate, and I'm going to add to it 0.5, meaning that the smallest value that we get is going to be at least 0.5, and that's going to be a circle that we can see. So now when I click, okay, we got a large one, but you'll see that most of them are small, as I showed you in that previous video, and occasionally I will get larger ones. But at least now I can see all of them just fine. In this next demo, we'll be hacking GreenSock ease curves to get progressively larger weighted values. Right now I have it set up so each time I click, we have a circle with a scale of 1, then a scale of 2, a scale of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the scale always increases by 1 each time I click, giving us sort of a linear progression of size. However, I want to use an ease curve instead. Let's just take a look at the code that we have set up. It's very similar to the last video. I do want to show you that I have a number of circles variable set to 10 and click count set to 0. Every time I click, we're going to create a new circle as we did before, but we're also going to be incrementing click count. Then we're going to append the circle, and we're going to use this GSAP set. And as I have it right now, my scale is just going to be set to the value of click count. That's how it got bigger each time. Each time I click count gets bigger, and we set it to a larger scale. Now, I want to use an ease curve, but in order to do that, I need to generate values progressively between 0 and 1. Check out here, I have this console.log in place that's going to give me click count, how many times I've clicked, divided by the number of circles, which is 10, okay? So let me just run. I'm going to open up the CodePen console here and just give myself a little bit of room. And the first time I click, I get 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 4, and as we go on and on, you're going to get all the way to 1, okay? So if I click 10 times, I'm going to generate values between 0 and 1, which are perfect for passing into an ease curve function. So to put this into practice, whenever I set a new scale, I'm going to call the power4.easeIn function, and I'm going to pass in click count divided by num circles. And what we're going to get now is something where we're going to start very, very small, and then only when we get to round 10 can we see things, all right? So the reason for this is that, again, this function passes back a value between 0 and 1, and most of them are going to be very close to 0. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that we at least have a starting scale of 1, okay? So now when I run, we can at least see the first circle at its normal size, and then they're going to get progressively bigger, but again, this is a very flat ease curve at the beginning, so it's not until towards the end that we actually see them get bigger. So here you can see that we have that progressive scaling that's happening based on that power4.easeIn ease curve. So hopefully you're starting to think of where you can apply this in real life. Maybe you're building a game and you have an asteroid field where a small amount of asteroids should be large. Or maybe as you advance in the game, enemy ships will be moving progressively faster. I recently used ease curves to generate random values in this bug race game that we created. You'll see here that the end X value where they're traveling to is weighted inside of an ease, and so is the delay. All right, so everything's totally random. Sometimes the bugs even move backwards, but it adds a lot of anticipation, and it looks like Blue's gonna win. Where are you? There you go. If you want to start adding next generation animation to your websites, check out my creativecodingclub.com classes. I'll get you up and running with the GreenSock API and show you all the pro tips and tricks I've learned throughout the years. It'll be a ton of fun, and in no time you'll be doing things you could never do with other tools. Thanks for watching.